Hey guys, it's Miss Miller, and today we're going to be looking at triangles and their attributes. This is to help you with day 27, which is part of our geometry review. So we've already learned about shapes this year before we went to at-home learning, but now we're going over them. So I want to go over some of the attributes of the shape of triangles. So triangles, if we see this word, we see the part tri and angle, and that gives us a clue about the attributes of triangles. Remember, the attributes are just characteristics, what a shape is like. And so a triangle, we hear tri, and tri means three, and then we hear that word angle, so it's going to have three angles. A triangle is a polygon, which is a word for a closed shape with straight lines. So it's not curved like a circle, and it doesn't have any openings. The sides are all closed. And then it is a special type of polygon that has three sides, three vertices, and three angles. Triangle. So when we are looking at a triangle, we're looking for these shapes like the ones down here that have three sides, three angles, and then three vertices at the tips of where the sides come together. So when you are looking at your Solve and Share today, it's going to be asking you to sort shapes based on their attributes. And so when you're sorting shapes based on your attributes, you can look at the angles or the sides. So for the angles, you can look and see if there are any right or square angles. So any angles that look like a square, those are going to be your right angles. That's 90 degrees. And so you can check as one of your ways to sort based on whether they have any right angles or not. So maybe they have 0 right angles or 1 right angle. So there's a triangle with a right angle. We can normally see it by drawing a little square in the corner. It could, instead of having right angles, have obtuse or acute angle. So remember, obtuse is a big angle and acute is like a cute little angle. It's not straight up like a square angle. It's cute and it's little, less than 90 degrees. And obtuse is big, more than 90 degrees and wide open. So here we have an obtuse angle up at the top, and then here we have an acute angle down here. Or you could also sort them based on their sides. So you could look at the sides of the shape and see if there are any equivalent sides. So equivalent means sides of the same length. We hear that word equal in there, so sides of the same length. So here I have a triangle that has equivalent sides right here and right here. And so you could sort based on whether they have any equivalent sides or not. So for your Solve and Share, I drew some of the example shapes down here. For me, I got shape A, B, C, and D, and it asks you to make a rule or to find ways to sort the shapes into two groups. So how you could do that is make a rule and then see if that shape fits your rule. So you're going to have one group of the shapes that fit your rule and another group of the shapes that don't fit your rule. So for example, if I make my rule that it has to have one right angle, then I could sort my triangles into shapes that fit that rule by having one right angle, or don't fit that rule by having 0 right angles. So if I look down here, I see in shape A that it looks like it makes a little square down at the bottom. And so that would be a right angle. So shape A fits my rule. Shape B doesn't have any of those square looking angles where the lines meet at a corner that is straight. So B does not fit my rule. It would go in my second group. Same with shape C. It does not fit the rule. It doesn't have any right angles. But then with shape D, I see that right angle in the corner right here. There's a square angle. So D would fit. So you're sorting your shapes into these two groups. And now it's your turn to make up your own rule. So you could look at the sides, the angles, just like I did, and go ahead and sort all the rest of those shapes. If you need any help, you can review the attributes of the triangles. Remember, we got 3 sides, 3 vertices, and 3 angles. And the other shapes that you might be looking at for your practice are quadrilaterals. And so you can learn more about quadrilaterals by looking at one of the other day's videos and get to work.